Welcome to Vegan Method. In today's video I'm making some seeded black bread. Now why am I making black bread? Well, it's almost Halloween and you might want to take a loaf of bread to a party. And as you can tell, I don't go to many parties because if you took a loaf of bread you probably wouldn't get in. Anyway, to make this we've got 3¼ cups of strong white bread flour, 1½ cup of warm water, 2 teaspoons of dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt. I've got 3 tablespoons of seeds because I wanted it to be very seedy. I've got 4 teaspoons of black charcoal and a tablespoon of olive oil. The first thing I'm going to do is add in all the dry ingredients. So the yeast and the salt go in together, and then I'm going to add all the seeds, and then I'm going to add the charcoal. And the reason why I'm wearing the blue gloves is because the charcoal seems to stain everything. Now you can wear gloves or not, it's your call, but you might leave fingerprints everywhere. Once all the dry ingredients are in, I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir around, make sure it's mixed, and then we'll get on to adding the water in stages. So as the water goes in, we're just going to mix it round until we get to a point where it's a non-sticky, nice stretchy little piece of dough. And I used 1½ cups of warm water, and I had to add a little bit more because it was dry. However, you can see the colour of the flour has gone a darkish grey and it looks like cement. But when the bread comes out, it is really black and it looks great. So now the dough is all mixed together and is ready, and I'm going to add the olive oil. Now adding olive oil at the end might not be normal. I'm not a baker, and there'll be bread connoisseurs out there saying this is a stupid idea. However, it seems to give the bread a really good finish because I'm still going to knead it through and it still has a great texture once it's done. I've finished with the kneading, and now I've got a tea towel which I've covered in hot water and rinsed out, and now I'm going to put it over the top of the flour and just pop it in a cold oven, just somewhere where it can sit for a couple of hours and proof. So now I've taken it out of the cold oven and I'm preheating the oven to 150 degrees, and I'm just going to put some oil on the baking pan that I've got just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. So the bread is just reshaped slightly, and then I'm just going to take a very sharp knife and cut across the top. This gives it like a hedgehog look when it comes out of the oven when it's been baked. Once the oven's up to temperature, I'm just going to put the bread in and I'll cook it for about an hour. So the bread's now cooked and it looks exactly as I expected it to. It's different, I guess. It smells amazing though, and it looks good. I'm impressed with it. Now, the bread was really crispy. I've cut a slice here so you can see inside of it, and you can see there's quite a lot of seeds. So I'm going to enjoy this bread. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe or leave your comments below.